Racing fans, welcome to Racing Action from Flamboro Downs for this Saturday evening. Our first race will go to post in approximately 15 minutes. Coming up in just a moment, the changes on this evening's card of racing. And fans, note there are no changes. Races 1 or 2. Races 1 and 2 have no changes. Race number 3, Mitney Nicole, bridle change, blind bridle to blinkers on number 3, Mitney Nicole. Race number 4, Caviar is a Triumph steel to aluminum shoes up front. That's steel to aluminum shoes up front. Race number 5 will go as programmed. No changes, race 5. Race 6, number 6, Whole Lot of Luck, open bridle to Pelling Pacifier. That is open bridle to Pelling Pacifier. Races 7 and 8 have no changes. No changes, races 7 and 8. In race 9, number 2, Night Jet, open to blind bridle. That's open to blind bridle. And a shoe change, steel to aluminum shoes up front. Steel to aluminum up front. And 9, Better in the Dark, an equipment change, blind to side rolls. Blind to side rolls. Once again, no changes, races 1 or 2. for race one is on parade. One, Shaka, Scott Willer, Jason Libby, and Forest City Racing. Number two, Fiery Shuttle, Paul McKenzie for Joe Pasco and Derek Tebow. And number three is Cooper Trooper, Jay Harris for Sean Stacy and Hudson Standardbreds. Number four, Watch My Honey Drip, Colin Kelly for Michelle LeBlanc. Five is Miss Mac, John Gavea drives and trains and owns. Six, Sweet 11, Eddie Hensley for Ashley Hensley. Seven is All Star Finest, Travis calling for Gord Dancitovic and Bob and Zoran Dancitovic. It is rolling for race number 1. Field for race number 1, taking up their positions. Chaka, Fiery Shadow, Cooper Trooper on the inside. In the center, Watch My Honey Drip, Miss Mac to the outside. Sweet Loving and All Star Finest. It's a field of 7. It's race number 1. Field for the first is at the start of the round. Watch My Honey Drip and Chaka to the inside. Miss Mac and then Fiery Shadow, Cooper Trooper. Mac to Sweet Lovin' and trailing the field is All Star Finest, but Chaka and Scotty Calder's got a lead right now of about 2.5 or 3 lengths, and then Fiery Shadow to the inside. Watch My Honey Drip is going to take back and find a seat on the inside third. Miss Mac is racing fourth. Then Cooper Trooper, Sweet Lovin', and All Star Finest is trailing the field. Chaka, 8 to 5 on the board, has the lead as they race on around the turn. Then Fiery Shadow in the pocket. Watch My Honey Drip third, 28 the opening quarter. Miss Mac is fourth. Cooper Trooper fifth, is currently about 6 or 7 lengths from the lead. Then it is Sweet Lovin' and All Star Finest, and they're in a line as they race off the turn, coming up to the half. And Chaka and Scotty Holder leads at a couple of lengths right now. Racing second, Fiery Shadow. Watch My Honey Drip. Miss Mac to the outside now. Miss Mac is on the attack, and Cooper Trooper follows Miss Mac. Then Sweet Lovin' and All Star Finest trailing, and they work their way to the 5/8 of a half of 58 and 1. Chaka into the backstretch, into the outside. Miss Mac now getting up a little bit closer, but still about 2 off the lead. On the inside, Fiery Shadow. Watch My Honey Drip is racing fourth, and then Sweet Lovin' and Cooper Trooper, and they roll to 3/4. Chaka leading it. It is Chaka. Fiery Shadow goes off stride. Miss Mac is racing second. Watch My Honey Drip looking to dart through to the inside. And then racing position to fourth is Sweet Lovin'. And they roll to the top of the stretch. Chaka. Watch My Honey Drip is second and trying to call her. Chaka down the stretch right for Chaka and Watch My Honey Drip. But Chaka continues on. And Chaka and Scotty Coulter is going to chalk up a win in the first, and then Watch My Honey Drip, and then it was Sweet Lovin' and All Star Finest. 155 and 3. Chaka. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race 1, it's one Chaka. The winning drive to Scotty Coulter. Chaka's a 3-year-old all bets off Bay filly, owned by Forest City Racing and Jason Libby and Timothy Flynn. Jason Libby also the trainer. 4th win this year, 5th lifetime. Chaka. The first race payouts: 1 Chaka, 520, 320, 210. 4 Watch My Honey Drip, 360, 280, and 6 Sweet Lovin', 250. $2 exactor, $15.80. $1 try, $45.85. $1 super, $601.20. the first race or finish from the top, 1762534. That's 1762534 on the bottom. for race number 2 on parade. 1, Salisbury Jesse, Brett McDonald for Ron McDonald and Edward Gork. 2 is not there, but 3 is Fear the Crush, Ideal Huntress, Travis Henry for Richard Moreau and Michelle Legacy. Number 2 is Fear the Crush, Scotty Kohler for Alan Shelton. 4 is Twin B Tipster, Anthony Hunt for Gabby Sasso and Jeffrey Corchens in Mark West Racing. And number 5, Exotic Dragon, Travis Cullen for Jody Cullen and Paul Sanders and Ron Cullen. Field of 5, race number 2. Let's get a look at this field for the second race. We'll start with number 3, Ideal Huntress. And, well, Ideal Huntress, even money on the board and coming in off of back-to-back wins at Georgian Downs. Look at that last one. Was well back early. Swept up 3 wide by 3/4 and was able to loop the field. Pretty strong performance after just moseying out slow in the first quarter and then really putting the hammer down the rest of the way. And this one set up at Richard Moreau. This will be the 3rd start for Richard to see if he can keep her perfect now. 2 for 2 with Richard Moreau as Ideal Huntress, and really fits well in this spot. Travis Henry driving, and is 2-1. This is a nice field, so this is not a walkover for Ideal Huntress, the Ideal Huntress by any means. And number 1, Salisbury Jesse, is one that did also win back-to-back races, then tried the preferred 2 class last race, had the inside, but that was a very tough group. Now, backed away poorly, but Salisbury Jesse overall was really fine in those 2 previous starts and could come bounding right back into form. Salisbury Jesse, that last one was above this level, but the 2 wins were probably, well, below this class. One definitely below, and then the other one was an okay group, but not quite to this level. So Salisbury Jesse, this starts kind of in between those 2 spots and is 3-1. Number 2, Fear the Crush. This has been one of my favorite horses at Grand River because this one sometimes has been way, way back. You see a start, well, also at Mohawk, way back and coming flying late, but there was one at Grand River especially that left from post 8, 13 lengths back at the quarter, and still won. Just looped the field, swung out 3 wide, and went by them like they were tied to a post, and had a win streak of 4 consecutive wins. Has 5 on the year. That 5th win came last time out at Grand River, so Fear the Crush, 2-1, Scotty Coulter. It could be a Scotty Coulter double, a Tan Tornado, a 2 for 10. Races 1 and 2 with Fear the Crush here, the second half of it, 2-1. And number 5, Exotic Dragon. Well, Exotic Dragon is 1-2 on the board. That tells you about this field. This is the one that I chose for 4th, and yet is 1-2 on the board because those inside 3 are really good. But Exotic Dragon is one with a ton of back class as well. 288,000, comes in off of a win. Now moves up in class, but also has more than held her own against tougher in the past. 3-5 might be overdoing it, but certainly she belongs in here. Those 4, I think they're pretty close. I did give the edge to the Ideal Huntress, who's now 5-2. It's a field of 5 for the second dash, and they are taking up their positions. It is Salisbury Jesse, Fear the Crush on the inside. In the center, the Ideal Huntress. To the outside, Twin B Tipster and Exotic Dragon. Field of 5. Race number 2, they're into the stretch drive, gathering speed. There at this start of the rough, Exotic Dragon's going to blast out strongly. Salisbury Chassis on the inside. Then Fear the Crush and Ideal Huntress and Twin Bee Tipster. And they work on around the turn. Exotic Dragon, Travis Cullen's got the lead. Salisbury Chassis second away. And then Fear the Crush is racing position to third. And then the Ideal Huntress and back to Twin Bee Tipster. Right now, Exotic Dragon has the lead. Salisbury Jesse is racing position to second and up a little closer now. Nose to helmet tight in the pocket. Fear the Crush is racing in mid-pack third. Then the Ideal Huntress and Twin Bee Tipster 28 and 2 is the opening quarter. And they work their way on around the turn. And it is Exotic Dragon, the 4 to 5 favorite with the front. Salisbury Chassis second. Fear the Crush third. The Ideal Huntress is still fourth and has yet to hunt for the lead. And then it is Twin Bee Tipster, Exotic Dragon, and Travis Cullen off a 28 and 2 opening quarter. Rolls on past the half in 58. Salisbury Chassis racing second. Fear the Crush is third. Then it is the Ideal Huntress and Twin Bee Tipster. And into the backstretch, 5 in a line. And Exotic Dragon, the favorite, still has the front. Salisbury Chassis is second. And Fear the Crush is third. The Ideal Huntress is going to tip out now and start to hunt. And Twin Bee Tipster is still back trailing the field. Exotic Dragon, Salisbury Jesse. The Ideal Huntress is racing position to sharing third with Fear the Crush on the inside. 3/4 127 and 2. Exotic Dragon is sharp and has a lead right now of about 2.5 lengths. And Salisbury Jesse second. And then Fear the Crush, the Ideal Huntress, and Twin Bee Tipster. And they turn for home. Exotic Dragon, some taps to keep on going, and is doing just that. It's Exotic Dragon to win. Salisbury Jesse second. Fear the Crush third. And Twin Bee Tipster fourth. 154 and 2. Exotic Dragon. Back in front of us, 5 Exotic Dragon. Travis Cullen, the winning driver. 5-year-old Custard, the Dragon Bay mare. Owned by Paul Sanders. Ron Cullen, Travis shares in ownership. Jody Cullen, the trainer. 6th win this year, 25th lifetime. Exotic Dragon, 154 and 2. The second race payouts: 5 Exotic Dragon, 370, 330, 210. 1 Salisbury Chassis, 410, 290. And 2 Fear the Crush, 260. $2 exactor, 10.20. $1 try, 20.10. $1 super, 45.25. And the double of 1 and 5, 22.10. Second race or her finish from the top, 2-3-5-4-1. That's 2-3-5-4-1 on the bottom. Field for race number 3 on parade. 1 is High Rolling, Brett McDonough for Jack Ray. Number 2 is Beauty is Blind, Travis Henry for Isaac Waxman and Troy Learn and Tess Waxman. Number 3 is Mitney Nicole Scotty, called for Shane Arsenault. Number 4 is She Plays for Keeps, Colin Keller for Rafael Barras and Kim Ebacker. And number 5, Eyes on the Prize, Eddie Hensley for Jacob Roberts and Christopher and Melissa Johnston. 7 is OK Jasmine, Paul McKenzie for Mike Sumner. And absent from the parade is number 6, Proud of My Roots, Todd Ratchford for Jacob Roberts and Steve Adams. And number 6 now is just joining us, leaving the paddock, Proud of My Roots. It's a field of 7, race number 3. Well, let's get a look at some of the main players in this dash. And number 4, She Plays for Keeps, comes in on a 4-race win streak and is a co-favorite at 2-1 right now. This is one that is sent up by Rafael Barasa, Colin Kelly driving, and is one that raced in this class last time out. Battled first up and still got the job done, and has made to 42,000 in 24 starts, so certainly is having a very fine year. She Plays for Keeps, 2-1, should be one of the main players. The other one is number 2, Beauty is Blind, who's 5-2, very close second choice right now. Beauty is Blind, set up by Isaac Waxman. Isaac's put up big numbers this year. Travis Henry driving. And Beauty is Blind, well, battled hard last race, fired to the front, but parked early to get there, and then did to tail off a little bit in the late going and disappointed as the favorite to finish 3rd. That's the race that She Plays for Keeps won. But now with the better post position, She Plays for Keeps had the better post in that one. Beauty is Blind was out of post 5, now post 2. Maybe Beauty is Blind could turn the tables, although She Plays for Keeps did win coming first up. But still, Beauty is Blind is the main threat, I think, and is 3-1. Number 1, High Rolling. Well, you don't discard this one. Jack Ray sends this one out in High Rolling, and Brett McDonald now gets a better post, comes in from Sarnia, and this is one that has inside gate speed and can fire out and should be pretty effective. Could be a good trip horse. Brett McDonald for Jack Ray, strong connections. One that, well, certainly you got to use somewhere on the ticket, because 20 out of 29 starts this year, finishing in the top 3, and post 1 as well, 3-1. And number 7, OK Jasmine, 5-1 on the board, has a tougher post assignment, but certainly brings in enough recent form and has enough back class to be one that you can't totally discount. Paul McKenzie for Mike Sumner. Mike's put up good numbers this year, 324 training average. OK Jasmine and Paul McKenzie, 5-1. Number 4, She Plays for Keeps, is the 3-2 betting favorite. Gate is rolling for the 3rd. High Rolling. Beauty is Blind on the inside. In the center, Mitney Nicole. She Plays for Keeps, and Eyes on the Prize. Into the outside, Proud of My Roots, and OK Jasmine. Field of 7, 3rd dash on a Saturday night at the Downs. Here they come. Giddy up. And the field for the 3rd. Nearing the start. And they're off. She plays for keeps and eyes on the prize. And okay, Jasmine and Beauty is blind. Then high rolling, Mitney Nicole and Proud of My Roots. And on around the turn they go. Eyes on the prize. And Eddie Hensley has the lead. Beauty is blind is racing, positioned on the outside second. And racing third is high rolling. Beauty is blind wants to come on now. And clear to the front. And eyes on the prize is racing, filling the pocket. High rolling third. She plays for keeps, is right now positioned fourth, and then it is back to Mitney Nicole. Proud of My Roots and okay, Jasmine. Beauty is blind leads on past that opening quarter. 5-2 on the board, popping out from third. High rolling's now going to roll first over on the inside. Eyes on the prize is third. She plays for keeps, is racing second over fourth. Then Mitney Nicole and Proud of My Roots and back to okay, Jasmine. Beauty is blind has the front. High rolling's getting a little bit closer on the outside, and then eyes on the prize to the inside third. She plays for keeps as well spotted second over fourth on the back of high rolling, and Mitney Nicole's to the outside as well. Front five tightly grouped. Halftime was 102. We'll give you the quarter later, but it is Beauty is Blind who's got the lead, and high rolling up a little bit closer, and she plays for keeps as well spotted second over, and now has taken over third. Eyes on the prize is racing fourth, and then Mitney Nicole and Proud of My Roots and okay, Jasmine, and high rolling has the lead now. It is high rolling and Beauty is Blind. She plays for keeps is racing third, and eyes on the prize is on the inside, position fourth. Mitney Nicole fifth, and then Proud of My Roots and okay, Jasmine high rolling at 5-1 with the lead, but there goes. She plays for keeps now, rolling off cover and getting out three wide, and Mitney Nicole is also kicking in. Three quarters was one. Well, we'll give it to you later on. Down the stretch drive they come. She plays for keeps is digging in. She plays for keeps and high rolling as they come to the finish, and on the outside Mitney Nicole, she plays for keeps, wins it. Mitney Nicole in a place photo with high rolling, and then Beauty is Blind was fourth. She plays for keeps. Back in front of us, the winner of race three, number four, she plays for keeps. The winning drive to Colin Kelly. She plays for keeps as a 6-year-old better than Cheddar Bay mare. Kim Ebacker and Rafael Barassa. Rafael's also the trainer, fifth win this year, ninth lifetime. She plays for keeps, pays 320, 270, and 210. 3 Mitney Nicole, 840, 260. 1 high rolling, 240. $2 exactor, 34.90. Dollar try, 35.75. The dollar super, 76.85. Third race, or we finish from the top. 342-1756. That's 342-1756. parade for the fourth one. Insanity. Travis Henford for Tisha Symes and Michael Goldberg. Number 2, Boom! Dynamite. Paul McKenzie for Gerard Demers and Triple S Y. And 3 is Toscano Girl. Jay Harris for Caitlin Graham and Cheryl Cherry. Number 4, Caviar's Tribe. Scott Coulter for Steve Coulter. Number 5 is Cool Clifford. Anthony Hahn for Gabby Sasso and Jeffrey Korchenz in Northwest Racing. Number 6, Mahone Silster. Todd Ratford for Bruce McDonald and Martin Stables in Paradox Farm. And number 7 is Esquire. Colin Kelly for Mark Goddard and Brandon Guerrera. And delayed from the parade, and now joining us is number 8, Sicario. Brett Madonna for Richard Moreau and Pamela and John Heen. Field of 8, good level of trotters, and well, let's get a look at this field. And I went towards the outside. You'll get a bit of value right now, 9-1 on Esquire. Colin Kelly for Mark Goddard, and is one that drops further in class. You do see this one 2 races ago in a preferred 2 class, racing at Grand River, finishing 3rd, and that was a pretty strong field there. And then Esquire last race, finishing 5th, but moves further down. The post position will help you still maintain value, and it is maybe a bit of a reach, but it's just that, you know, Esquire's a really, really good one. Last year, as a 9-year-old, 10 wins in 43 starts and earned $105,000, and this year has been certainly decent, not quite up to last year's level, but that's tough to do. But Esquire still, I have good faith with this horse, and I think the class drop will do him a world of good. 8-1 seems like a nice price. Number 3, Toscano Girl, is 12-1 on the board. Now moves up in class, but looked really sharp last race. And also, that was the first start after being scratched vet sick. Toscano Girl is one that's made 45,000 in 28 starts this year, so it's been really solid for Caitlin Graham. Jay Harris driving. Jay is having a very good year. Toscano Girl surprised at 13-1. Number 8, Sicario, is one that often faces tougher. Now, it's a tough post assignment, and Sicario, well, he can be a bit of a wingnut, but he's also very, very effective. And 37 lifetime wins and more than 368,000. Sicario's headed back to the paddock just to be kept quiet because he kind of gets a little wound up. Sicario and Brett McDonald getting a lot of love in this class at 3-1. And number 1, Insanity, well, has gate speed and the inside. Now moves up a level. Insanity hasn't quite been finishing his miles, but from post 1, I think is one that can land towards the bottom of the ticket. 8-1, Travis Henford for Tisha Symes. The fans are on number 5, Cool Clifford, and certainly Cool Clifford has back class as well and drops a level, so that's another one to keep in mind. It's just that you can't love them all. But I did go to number 7, Esquire, Colin Kelly, 10-1. I love that price. the starters called the field for race number 4. Insanity. Boom! Dynamite and Toscano Girl on the inside. In the center, it's Caviar's Triumph, Cool Clifford. And to the outside, Mahone, Sealster, Esquire, and Sicario. It's a field of 8. It is race number 4. Sicario is currently off stride. Field of 7 on the gate, and Sicario off stride at the start. And the rough. Caviar's Triumph, Esquire from the outside to the inside, Insanity. And then it is Boom Dynamite, Toscano Girl, and Cool Clifford. But as they work on around the turn, it is Insanity who's got the lead now. Insanity, Caviar's Triumph, Cool Clifford to the outside now is second. And Cool Clifford and Anthony Hahn looking to surge up on the outside and come on and grab the lead. Insanity second, Caviar's Triumph third. Boom Dynamite fourth, and then Toscano Girl and Esquire. And then further back racing second from last is Mahone, Sealster, and Sicario is out of this one after that break in stride. They race on around the turn, 28-3 opening quarter. Cool Clifford 9-5 on the board has the lead, and Insanity is racing position to second, and then it is Caviar's Triumph who's racing on the inside third. In front of Boom Dynamite, then Toscano Girl. Esquire's racing sixth, and now Toscano Girl pops out from fourth to come first over, giving cover to Toscano Girl. Then Esquire is working up on the outside, and the half was 58-1, and the trailing pair, Sicario on the inside to the outside, Mahone, Sealster, and it is still Cool Clifford with the lead. Cool Clifford by a cool length and 3/4. Boom Dynamite to the outside, trying to grab second and take it from Insanity. Toscano Girl is racing fourth now. Caviar's Triumph, then Sicario and Esquire and Mahone, Sealster. They worked their way by 3/4 in 1:27-4, and it is Cool Clifford who's got the lead as they race their way to the top of the stretch. Cool Clifford, Insanity at 7-1 is chasing Cool Clifford. Then Caviar's Triumph on the inside, and then it's Sicario. On down the stretch drive they come, and Cool Clifford, Insanity on the outside. Insanity is gonna go on by. Insanity wins it. Cool Clifford was second. Then third goes to Caviar's Triumph, and fourth is between Sicario and Esquire, 157-2. Fans, the inquiry sound go up pertaining to number 8 Esquire and the break in stride at the start. Fans, note the inquiry sign going up pertaining to number 8 Sicario. Judges reviewing the start as well as a possible pylon violation past the half. Back in front of us, the winner of race number 4. It's one Insanity, 5-year-old muscled mass gelding. Insanity Travis Henry, the winning driver. The owner is Michael Goldberg, the trainer Tisha Symes. 5th win on the year, 14th lifetime. Insanity, 157-2. fans, there is a look at the pylon video past the half of number 8 Sicario. You see right now second from last and coming up to the next pylon, still outside. Fans note the judges were reviewing the pylons and determining that there were no violations of the pylon regulations. Fans note the judges ruling there were no violations of the braking regulations by number 8 Sicario and was also inside of the fair start pole at the start of the race. So number 8 Sicario will stand fourth. The fourth race payouts: one Insanity, 1740, 480, and 320. 5 Cool Clifford, 370 and 290, and 4 Caviar's Triumph, 670. $2 Exactor, 65.10. Dollar Try, 207.65. And 20-cent Super, 973.73. Dollar Pick 3, 3 of 3, 56.40. The fourth race, so we finish from the top, 187-32654. That's 187-32654 on the bottom. Field 4, race number 5 is on parade. 1, Glory Dream, Paul McKenzie for Jacare. Number 2 is Vosvolo. It is Todd Ratchford for Greg Graham and Sherry Graham and Tim Gallant. Number 3, Jackson Storm J. Harris for Alan Fair and Elizabeth Fair. And number 4, CM Savewell, Scott Water, Dominic Gladue, and Francois Dupuis. And number 5, Lucky Rascal, Travis Henry for Peter Brickman and Aaron Swainson Brickman. Number 6, Off-Road Hanover, Mike Whalen for Dr. John Chandler. Number 7, PC Heisenberg, Colin Kelly for Mario Dumas and Andre Boucher. And number 8 is Kara. It's Ryan DeBrush, driving and training and owning. And 9 is Katkin Morgan. Gerard Demers drives and trains from Ron Nobes Field of 9, race number 5. Let's get a look at this field for the 5th race, and we'll start down on the inside with One Glory Dream, veteran with more than 380,000 earned, and did add the winner's share just 2 races ago at Sarnia. Last race at Sarnia is one that was an outside post, battled well, but just finished 4th. But look, this is one that races for a very good barn, and overall has been pretty classy. A chestnut gelding that really, from post 1, should bounce right back and be hugely effective. Glory Dream and Paul McKenzie, 9 to 5 on the board. The one that I think will get all the glory here in this 5th race. Number 5, Lucky Rascal, raced in this class last race from a tougher post and was able to come on late and be beaten just a length and 3/4 and finish 3rd, and certainly could build off of that. You see also a win at this level at Clinton July the 30th, a front-end win. Lucky Rascal and Travis Henry for Peter Brickman. Only one win on the year, but one that you can definitely use somewhere on the ticket, 5 to 2. 9, Katkin Morgan. Well, first start in Ontario, had been at Vernon Downs, made a break in the last start, but also you see some pretty good speed. Now that Vernon is a pretty fast track, but there's other miles that you look further down the page and you see some pretty solid speed. But this is one that's been off about 3 weeks. First start for Gerard Demers. 9 to 1 on the board. And the break, Kara. Well, tough post assignment, but you see this one racing reasonably well in 2 starts at Grand River. And this is the 3rd start after missing more than a month. Kara is, well, got a tough post assignment, but I think can find a spot at the bottom of the ticket at a price and help it pay. Sleeper play for the bottom of the ticket at 35 to 1. Gate is rolling for the fifth. Glory Dream, Vosvolo, Jackson Storm on the inside. In the center, CM Save, Will and Lucky Rascal to the outside. Off-road Hanover, PC Heisenberg and Kra. And the second tier, Catkin Morgan. Field 9. Race number 5, here they come. And the field for the fifth race. The trotter is approaching the start. And there at the start of the route, Jackson Storm will get out with Lucky Rascal. And from the outside, Kara and PC Heisenberg. And on the inside, Glory Dream. They drive around the first turn. Jackson Storm has the lead. Lucky Rascal second. Kara is third, getting out well from post 8. And is only about 3.5 or 4 from the lead. Then PC Heisenberg, Glory Dream, is in mid-pack fifth. And that is back to Vosvolo and CM Save Will. And then further back, Off-Road Hanover and Catkin Morgan. Jackson Storm at 13-1 has the lead as they work on around the turn. And then racing position to second, that is Lucky Rascal. Kara is third. PC Heisenberg is fourth, and Glory Dream is racing fifth and angles to the outside now. Then Vosvolo sixth to the inside. CM Savewell back further. Off-Road Hanover and Catkin Morgan trailing. It is Jackson Storm and Jay Harris with a lead of a length and 3/4. Lucky Rascal is second. Glory Dream is steadily advancing to the outside and is working up first over. And then also on the outside, PC Heisenberg second over fourth. Then Kara on the inside is backing away, and CM Safewell is taken over fifth now. Now Catkin Morgan sixth. Kara is back to seventh, and then Off-Road Hanover and Jackson Storm. Trailing Vosvolo. Jackson Storm at 13-1 still has the lead, but Glory Dream on the outside at 2-1 is threatening, and Lucky Rascal on the inside is third. 3/4, 128-2. Jackson Storm is still holding off against Glory Dream, and Lucky Rascal on the inside now is claiming second. Glory Dream is third, and then fourth is PC Heisenberg. Then CM Save Will and Catkin Morgan as they come on down the stretch drive. Jackson Storm and Lucky Rascal. Lucky Rascal getting closer. Jackson Storm is searching for the wire as they get close at the finish. Lucky Rascal and Jackson Storm at the finish in 1:59 flats. In the win photo, it goes to 5, Lucky Rascal. On the board, it's a 53791. Back in front of his 5, Lucky Rascal. The winning drive to Travis Henry. 5-year-old father Patrick Brown gelding by Aaron Swainson Brickman. Peter Brickman is the trainer. It's the second win on the year, 7th lifetime, Lucky Rascal. The fifth race, payouts 5. Lucky Rascal, 463.20 and 310. 3 Jackson Storm, 950, 580. 7 PC Heisenberg, $16. We'll have a high five carryover of 2129.56. $2 exactor, 38.20. Dollar try, 244.70. Dollar pick 5, 762.25. 20-cent pick 5 was 152.45. Fans note in race 7-5, Brookdale Grace, the driver to be announced. Race 7, Jay Harris off that drive. And also, in the ninth race, 9, Better in the Dark, we'll have a driver to be announced as well. Fifth race, order of finish from the top, 582-617394. That's 582-617394. For race number 6 on parade, one beneath the cover, Anthony Hunt for Rod Boyd and Jim Fraley. Number 2 is My Last Kiss, J.B. Renault for Julie Walker and Francis Richard, Dr. John Bradbury. 3 is Stem the Tide, Travis Henry for Sean Stacy and Nickway Farms. And number 4, Intense Lady, Bruce Richardson for Susie Kerwood. And 5 is All-Star Firefly, Chris Johnston for Lawrence Johnston. And number 6, Whole Lotta Luck, Scotty Calder for Jason Libby and Douglas Dunbar. And an equipment change open to Pelling Pacifier. Field of 6, race number 6. Let's look at some of the main players in this 6th race. We'll start with number 6, Whole Lotta Luck, and 5-2 on the board, and Whole Lotta Luck. Scotty Coulter looking for a second driving victory on the evening. This one sent up a Jason Libby, and Whole Lotta Luck didn't have any luck last race at Mohawk, but is one that you see racing at Georgian Downs, a very effective second, and that was after suffering early interference. And I think it was one that if she can mind her manners, that's been a bit of an if, because you do see some X's on the dance card. But of course, that interference at Georgia, not her fault. And a Whole Lotta Luck, I think, is one that could be pretty fine in here if she stays flat. 5-2. Number 2, My Last Kiss, is 3-1 on the board, and is one that comes in off of a couple of wins. Well, wins at 1 and 3 races back at Hanover. In between that, a 4th place finish, but still 2 wins in 4 starts. And the last one went to the front and all the way on top. In fact, both wins were front-end efforts and has post too. So My Last Kiss, J.B. Renault for Julie Walker, is 3-1. One Beneath the Cover, well, not good in the Prospect Series last race. The one before it, beaten less than 5. Some of those starts, they don't inspire a lot of confidence, but Grassroots and Prospect, I think this is a softer spot. Beneath the Cover on the inside, you do see some pretty good flashes of speed, and that last race, even the back half, was pretty solid. Beneath the Cover and Anthony Hahn, I think, is one that's a big bounce-back candidate, 5-2 on the board. And at number 3, Stem the Tide, sent up with Sean Stacy, does have a second-place finish at Grand River back in July, but since then things haven't gone well. But at least is one that appeared to have gotten straightened out, has had some problems staying on stride. Stem the Tide, Travis Henry for Sean Stacy, and is the 2-1 favorite, as fans are willing to take a shot here. Strong barn, but definitely those breaks in the last 2 starts are concerning. Stem the Tide, the 2-1 favorite. Fans note, in race number 7, we have a driver change. Number 5, Brookdale Grace, it'll be Paul McKenzie. Paul McKenzie will drive 5, Brookdale Grace in the 7th. The starter has called the field for race number 6. Beneath the cover, My Last Kiss on the inside. In the center stem, the Tide Intense Lady. The outside, All Star Firefly and Whole Lot of Luck. It's a field of 6, race number 6. Field is at the top of the stretch. They're in the stretch drive, gathering speed, approaching the start. There at the start of the off, My Last Kiss, Whole Lot of Luck to the outside. Then Stem the Tide, Intense Lady beneath the cover. And All Star Firefly is trailing the field. My Last Kiss. And J.B. Renault has the front as they work into the backstretch. Beneath the cover, second. Stem the Tide, third. Then Intense Lady, All Star Firefly, and Whole Lot of Luck. And now Beneath the Cover wants to drive on and try to take the front. Beneath the Cover is able to grab the lead. My Last Kiss racing position second. Stem the Tide, third. Intense Lady is racing fourth. All Star Firefly and Whole Lot of Luck is trailing the field and working on the outside. 29-4 opening quarter, and Beneath the Cover, and Anthony Hahn has the front and leads My Last Kiss and J.B. Renault by about 3 lengths. And then Stem the Tide and Travis Henry. Now Whole Lot of Luck and Scotty Coulter is making a big move on the outside as they race the way off the turn and come on towards us. And now Whole Lot of Luck is racing third and is right now about 4 off the lead and drops down to the inside to save some ground on the turn. Them Stem the Time, Intense Lady, and All Star Firefly. 1 minute, 1/5 the halftime. Beneath the Cover, My Last Kiss, Whole Lot of Luck is third and is currently about 4 lengths from the front. Now Intense Lady has gained a spot. Stem the Tide, trailing the field, All Star Firefly. Beneath the Cover, My Last Kiss, and now out and driving. Here comes Whole Lot of Luck now, and Whole Lot of Luck is looking to blast alongside Beneath the Cover, and Whole Lot of Luck is bearing down and now has taken over the lead. Beneath the Cover is racing second. My Last Kiss is third, and then Intense Lady and Stem the Tide and All Star Firefly. Whole Lot of Luck is trying to clear Beneath the Cover, but Beneath the Cover is fighting on the inside. Whole Lot of Luck and Beneath the Cover as they turn for home. Whole Lot of Luck on the outside now has a lead, and Whole Lot of Luck now driving clear to the finish and is going to take it. Beneath the Cover second. My Last Kiss was third, and then Intense Lady. 1:59-1. Whole Lot of Luck and Scotty Coulter. Back in front of us, the winner of race number 6, Whole Lot of Luck. And it is the driving double for Scotty Coulter. Whole Lot of Luck, a 2-year-old Luck be with you, Bay filly. Owned by Douglas Dunbar, trained by Jason Libby. Whole Lot of Luck's first win. 1:59-1. The sixth race payout, six hole lot of luck, 390, 250, 240. One beneath the cover, $3, 210. Two my last kiss, 210. $2 exactor, 16.90. Dollar try, 13.20. Dollar super, $38.90. And the dollar win for 86.45. Fans note in race number 8, number 3, Drew the Dragon, a claim entered. Race 8-3, Drew the Dragon, a single claim. The sixth race, so we finish from the top, 2, 3, 6, 4, 5, 1. That's 2, 3, 6, 4, 5, 1 on the bottom. Field for the 7th on parade. 1, Ms. Megan Sparkle, Ryan DeRoche for Shenandoah. Number 2, Soundbite, Hanover, Colin Keller for Rafael Barassa and Sylvain Caron. And number 3, Beyond the Moon, Todd Ratchford for Jacob Roberts and Stacy Smith Robinson. Number 4, Battle with Desire, Scotty Kohler for Bernard Wills and Brian LaMarche. And 5 is Brookdale Grace, Paul McKenzie for Steve Watson and All-Star Farms. And number 6, Marilou, Larry Small for Jay Conklin and Ron Braley. And number 7 is Blossom Beach, Travis Henry for Tyler Schlotman and Kevin Skilton. Field of 7, race number 7. Let's get a look at this field for the 7th dash. Does start the late pick 3. First up, we'll look at number 2, Soundbite Hanover. And there's Colin Kelly warming this one up for trainer Rafael Barassa. Back-to-back wins. Look at that win. 2 races to go. One by 10 lengths and 157. And Clinton fired to the front and then just said bye-bye. And Soundbite Hanover also. And Clinton last race from post 6 made the lead as well. And was able to win by half a length. Both of those is a heavy favorite. Is 8-5 right now. Now this will be the first start for Rafael Barassa. Had been with Lindsey Kerr, so moves from one good barn to another. Soundbite Hanover and Colin Kelly 8-5. Number 1, Ms. Megan Sparkle, 6-5 on the board, and is one that raced in this class last race, whereas Soundbite Hanover is moving up from the bottom class at Clinton, that 7,000 claiming winners under. So facing tougher, whereas Ms. Megan Sparkle made the lead last race here, 27-4 opening quarter from post 5. Hasn't had an inside post in a long while, and was beaten only 3/4 last race by Armis Ashley. Ms. Megan Sparkle, this could be a good chance to sparkle here. Ryan DeRoche for Shayna Toll. Just one win on the year, but has been 12 out of 24 in the top 3. And 8-5. Other is number 4, Battle with Desire. Well, last race, an interference break at Kawartha, so maybe just stroke that line out. Look 2 races back, 3rd beaten 2. And this is one that, 11 out of 21 in the top 3, so $1,000 earner per start on the year. That's a good measuring stick. Overall, I think is one that belongs in a consideration with the contenders and is being bet as the 3rd choice at 5-2 after the co-favorites on the inside, both at 8-5. And number 3, Beyond the Moon, is 6-1 on the board, and is one that comes in from south of the border. And Beyond the Moon is one that's got just 3 wins in the past 2 seasons, but flashes some speed. We'll see how this one turns out. First start for Jacob Roberts. Jacob's put up some pretty good numbers this year. Beyond the Moon and Todd Ratchford is maybe one that could be a sleeper play. To race reasonably well in here. A bit of an unknown. 8-1 on the board. It's a field of 7 for race number 7. Ms. Megan Sparkle's Soundbite Hanover on the inside In the center, Beyond the Moon, Battle with Desire, Brookdale Grace to the outside, Marilou, and Blossom on the beach. Field of 7, race number 7. Here they come. And the field for the 7th race is at the start of the rough, and Battle with Desire is going to battle out quickly. Miss Megan Sparkle, Soundbite Hanover, Blossom of the Beach on the outside. Then Beyond the Moon, Brookdale Grace, Marilou is trailing the field. Miss Megan Sparkle with the front. Soundbite Hanover is racing in the pocket, and then third is Beyond the Moon. Blossom on the Beach now is looking to take back and find a seat, and will work over to the pylon fourth in front of Battle with Desire. Brookdale Grace, Marilou, they race on to the opening quarter. Ms. Megan Sparkle at 2-1's got the lead, and the favorite Soundbite Hanover 3-5 of the board is filling the pocket. Beyond the Moon is third, 28-4 opening quarter. Blossom on the Beach is on the inside fourth, and Battle with Desire now is going to battle to the outside. Trailing pair are Brookdale Grace and Marilou, and now popping up from third comes Beyond the Moon to come first over. It is Ms. Megan Sparkle who's got the lead. Soundbite Hanover second. Beyond the Moon is working up first over. Battle with Desire is spotted second over to the inside. Blossom of the Beach, and then Marilou, and back to Brookdale Grace, and they work their way into the backstretch of a 30-second second panel. 58-4 halftime. Miss Megan Sparkle's Soundbite Hanover staying close to that one, and racing position third. Blossom of the Beach and Beyond the Moon is fourth and weakening, and then rolling out wide. Battle with Desire to the inside. Brookdale Grace and trailing Marilou. It is still Miss Megan Sparkle's Soundbite Hanover. Length and 3/4 in a rear is racing second, and Blossom of the Beach is rolling off cover. Now is stepping out and into the 2-wide path. 127-2. Then Battle with Desire and fifth as they work their way to the top of the stretch at Brookdale Grace is still Ms. Megan Sparkle. Soundbite Hanover is chasing, but Ms. Megan Sparkle is still game. Ms. Megan Sparkle leading by a couple of lengths. Ms. Megan Sparkle, Soundbite Hanover trying to close. Ms. Megan Sparkle, Soundbite Hanover. Ms. Megan Sparkle holds on. Soundbite Hanover second. Blossom of the Beach in Battle with Desire. 156-4. Ms. Megan Sparkle. Back in front of us, the winner of race 7. 1, Ms. Megan Sparkle. Ryan DeRoche, the winning driver. 5-year-old Big Jim Bay, Maryland, by Shayna Toll, who's off to the trainer. Second win on the year. 9th lifetime, Ms. Megan Sparkle. Mile of 156-4. 7th race payouts. 1, Ms. Megan Sparkle, 610, 290, 210. 220 rather. 2 Soundbite Hanover 270 220, and 7 Blossom on the Beach 570. The $2 exactor numbers 1 and 2 11.40. The dollar try 44.75. The dollar super 74.35. Fans note in race 9, number 9, Better in the Dark. The driver will be Larry Small. Larry Small drives 9, Better in the Dark in the 9. Seventh race order finish from the top 1274563. That's 1274563. For race number 8 on parade, One Living on a Dream. Ryan Rush for Francis Gilmetz and Catherine Carl. Number 2 is Stalking You, Sylvain Lecavre, Kelly Duval-Lacaille, Alexia Frigo. 3 is Drew the Dragon, Claymetter, Todd Ratchford for Michelle Sherman and Kyle Stretch. And 4 is Slick and Sporty, Scott Culliver, Gerard Demers, and Dwayne Spiller. And 5, Sumax Angel, Paul McKenzie for Sue McKenzie. Number 6, Delightful Magic, Colin Kelleher, Chrislyn Nother. And number 7, Beef and Cheddar, Travis Henry for Isaac Waxman and Tess Waxman and Maureen Taylor. Note the claim at number 3, Drew the Dragon. It is a field of 7 for race number 8. Pacing horses and geldings, a purse of $5,300. Starts the late daily double. And let's get a look at this field. And we'll start with number 7, Beef and Cheddar, 9-5, despite the outside post position. And one that is dropping in class for this start and should have a chance to be better. And you do see the last 3 starts, a couple of them at Mohawk, and then that last one here, just not good. But before that, this horse was really racing consistently well, and was racing for Isaac Waxman and racing well. And then the last few, trying at Mohawk, just did base in 52 and 4 in back-to-back starts at Mohawk, but didn't get much out of it. Just small checks, finishing 5th. Beef and Cheddar, despite the outside, should like this class a lot, and is the 6-5 favorite. Travis Henry looking for the hat trick. Number 3, Drew the Dragon, is one that raced better last race, so maybe could build off of that. 55 and 4 compares well in here. Claim in Todd Ratchford for Michelle Sherman. Back class on the veteran Drew the Dragon, and is currently 3-1. Number 4 is Slick and Sporty. Raced okay here. 2 races ago. The last race from post 7 never really got into the dash. Slick and Sporty looks for a bounce back performance. And Scotty Culliver, Gerard Demers. Scotty's got 2 wins on the night. 3-1 is Slick and Sporty. And number 1, Living on a Dream, 7-1. Inside post, and did race better, was off form for a couple of starts. Last race was much better, so maybe now with that inside post could build off of that and come back with another top effort. 7-1, Ryan DeRoche for Francis Gilmetz. And note it is the first start for Francis with Living on a Dream, is 7-1. The starting gate is rolling for race number 8. Living on a Dream. He's stalking you on the inside. In the center, Drew the Dragon, Slick and Sporty, and Smacks Angel. To the outside, Delightful Magic and Beef and Cheddar. It's a field of 7 for race number 8. It's a field of 7 for the 8th. They're at the start of the rough, and Beef and Cheddar is going to blast from the outside. Sumax Angel, Slick and Sporty, then Living on a Dream. He's stalking you, and Drew the Dragon. Delightful Magic is trailing the field. Beef and Cheddar was able to storm out, and off stride goes He's Stalking You. Drew the Dragon impacted as they raced their way on into the backstretch, and also impacted was Delightful Magic. And right now it is Beef and Cheddar who's got the lead. Beef and Cheddar, Living on a Dream. Slick and Sporty is racing position to third. Sumax Angel is fourth. Beef and Cheddar leads as they race on around the turn. 28 and 2, the opening quarter. Living on a Dream is second. Slick and Sporty third. Then Sumax Angel, Delightful Magic, and 28 and 2 opening quarter. Beef and Cheddar was able to blast off the gate and get the lead, and now looks for a breather heading up to the half. And Living on a Dream is second. Slick and Sporty third. Sumax Angel, Delightful Magic, halftime recorded 57 and 3. Beef and Cheddar and Travis Henry lead of a length and a half. Living on a Dream and Ryan Rush is second. Slick and Sporty, Scotty Coulter inside third, just about 3 1/4 from the front. Then it is back to Sumax Angel and Paul McKenzie, and Delightful Magic and Colin Kelly now moves to the outside, but has a lot of work to do as Beef and Cheddar leads, and now has grabbed a quick 2 lengths over Living on a Dream. Slick and Sporty now has moved out. Inside racing for Sumax Angel, and Delightful Magic now gets a little closer to the outside. Takes over fourth. Beef and Cheddar still has the lead. 3/4, 127 and 2. Beef and Cheddar. Slick and Sporty is chasing. Delightful Magic has come on to get third. And then backing away, Living on a Dream into the outside. Sumax Angel, Beef and Cheddar on down the stretch drive they come. Beef and Cheddar, Slick and Sporty. Beef and Cheddar on the inside. Slick and Sporty is closing, but Beef and Cheddar is game. Beef and Cheddar is going to win. Then Slick and Sporty, Delightful Magic, and Sumax Angel 156 and 4. Beef and Cheddar. Back in front of us, number 7, Beef and Cheddar. Note it's the driving hat trick for Travis Henry. 5-year-old better than Cheddar Brown gelding up at Tess Waxman and Maureen Taylor. Isaac Waxman, the trainer. Third driving win on the evening for Travis Henry. Fifth win this year and 11th lifetime for Beef and Cheddar. Eighth race payouts 7 Beef and Cheddar, 510, 360, 280. 4 Slick and Sporty, $3 and 240. 6 Delightful Magic, 290. $2 Exactor, 1230. Dollar Try, 87.40. Dollar Super, 196.15. eighth race, or her finish from the top is a 5, DNF 62431. That's 5, DNF 62431 on the bottom. Ninth dash is next. Note that Larry Small drives 9, better in the dark. And note that the claim at number 3, Drew the Dragon, the new trainer, Gerard Demers. road for the ninth on parade. One just crazy enough. Dave Duncan for Brenda Duncan. Number 2 is Night Jet. Ryan DeRoche for Cam Smith and Seymour Hill. Number 3, La Bataine. Scott Quiller for Gary Rive and Matthew Rive Bohannock. And number 4, Sand in My Stilettos. Mark McDonnell drives and trains and owns. And 5 is D.A. True Love. Paul McKenzie for Sally Peacock. Number 6, Coachella. Colin Keller for Tim Myers and Glenby Farms. And number 7 is Spree Shadow. It's Bruce Richardson for Bud Sinclair and Robin Cassidy and John Marshall. Number 8 is Shea Sealster. Todd Ratchford drives and trains and owns. And number 9 is Better in the Dark. Larry Small for Rebecca Geisel. Field of 9, race number 9, featuring the Super High 5 and note a little carryover into this dash as well. And note, first up, we'll take a look at some of our main players, and we'll start with number 2, Night Jet. Open bridle to blind bridle, shoe change as well, steel to aluminum shoes up front. And Night Jet's been racing reasonably well of late coming in here, and probably has as good an overall form, probably the best overall form of any coming into this race. Has gate speed and a favorable post. A lot of positives. Night Jet sent out Cam Smith and Ryan DeRoche. I love that 4-1. That seems like a fair price. Night Jet, my top choice. Number 3, La Montagne. Well, dominated here last time out, and look, beat Night Jet by 4 lengths. So La Montagne is probably going to be bet down compared to Night Jet. But La Montagne has only one top 3 finish in 10 starts, and that was last time out. And is one that was racing off form before that, but certainly that was a huge start, and Scotty Coulter looks for the driving hat trick. La Montagne looks to prove that that wasn't a fluke. 9-2 on the board. Number 6, Coachella, well, is one that was second at La Montagne last time out, and battled first up. Coachella races for a strong barn that of Tim Myers and Colin Kelly driving. Colin's having a very good year. Coachella certainly is a threat in here, and is getting all the love at 4-5, as fans think Coachella could turn the tables on La Montagne as the favorite right now. And one more, how about number 5, D.A. True Love? Well, you don't love that last race, made a break, but the start before it, second beaten just a neck. In fact, consistently good form. 5 top 3 finishes in 7 starts this year. One of those non-top 3s was last time up with a break, but D.A. True Love, if she can stay flat, she could bounce right back, be a pretty solid factor in here, and is right now 9-1. But I went to number 2, Night Jet and Ryan DeRoche, 7-2, now 4-1, the value play on the board. is rolling for the ninth. Just crazy enough. Nightjet and Lamontagne. In the center, Sand in My Stilettos and D.A. True Love. Into the outside, Coachella, Spree Shadow, Shea Sealster. And the second tier, Better in the Dark. It's a field of nine. It is race number 9. It's the final dash. Here they come. Giddy up. And the field for the ninth race is at the start of the rough. Lemon Chain, D.A. True Love, Just Crazy Enough in Nightlife, and then Sand in My Stilettos in Coachella. But Lemon Chain has made the early lead for Scotty Calder. And then Night Jam, now racing position to second, is going to come on and find the pocket position. Just Crazy Enough is racing position to third. Then D.A. True Love is rolling fourth, and then Sand in My Stilettos. Coachella to the outside is driving on. Then it is back to Better in the Dark and Spree Shadow and Shea Sealster. Lamontagne 1-2 favorite, but Coachella to the outside is challenging now and is moving up, and Nightlife is moving up, wanting to make sure that the pocket stays filled and parking out Coachella, who's still working on the outside, and it is Lamontagne who's got the lead. Lamontagne, Coachella to the outside. Nightlife on the inside, and Just Crazy Enough is racing position fourth. It is Lamontagne off a 30-second opening panel. And parked is Coachella and Colin Kelly against Scotty Cooler and Lamontagne. Night Jet Ryan Rush is to the inside third. Then Just Crazy Enough and D.A. True Love. And back further is Sand in My Stilettos. Then to the outside, Shea Sealster. On the inside, Better in the Dark and trailing is Spree Shadow. It is still Lamontagne who's got the lead. Lamontagne. Night Jet getting some urging now to move it up and try to close some ground to Lamontagne. Lamontagne by a length and 3/4 as they hustle on to 3/4. And now Night Jet's racing second. Coachella is stalled, and now Sand in My Stilettos is moving out 3 wide. And Just Crazy Enough on the inside. Lamontagne and Night Jet. And Sand in My Stilettos third. Just Crazy Enough is fourth. Coachella backs away. 3/4 was 1:30. And it is Lamontagne and Night Jet as they turn for home. Lamontagne continues on. Lamontagne, Scotty Calder on down the stretch. Round they come. Lamontagne and Night Jet. Lamontagne is strong to the finish and is going to win it. Night Jet was second. Sand in My Stilettos third. And then fourth goes to Just Crazy Enough, and fifth is between D.A. True Love and Spree Shadow. 2 minutes flat, Lamontagne. There is a look at the winner of race 9. And it's the driving hat trick for Scotty Calder. Number 3, Lamontagne, a 3-year-old Better Than Shatter Bay filly, owned by Gary Rive and Matthew Rive Bohannick. Gary Rive is the trainer. It's the second win for Lamontagne, 2 in a row. Mile of 2 minutes flat. The ninth race payouts 3. Lama Chain, $3, 220, 220. 2 Night Jet, 340, 264. Sand in My Stiletto, 630. $2 exact rate, $90. Try, 30, 45. Double of 7 and 3, $8. Dollar pick 3, 50, 95. The dollar pick 4, 39, 55. Dollar high 5, 2,034, 75. Ninth race. Order of finish from the top down 421 359 678. That's 421 359 678 on the bottom. Fans, that concludes the live harness racing program for this Saturday evening. Action resumes on Sunday. Our first race on a Sunday night will go to post at 6:55 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos. Good night, everybody. Good night, Shanna.
Good night, Gary.
Go Buffalo Bills. You better.